The hell is... Oh yeah, I remember one of it. Hey, thanks for joining in. I remember what I'm doing now. D20 Diecast sent this with his boxes. Socks. You got socks. And some cars and stuff. Alright, I last left you with... This is the Audi. So we're going... Alright. We already showed the Audi. Put them away. Audi 90 Quattro. We're working on the Mercedes. And yeah, I did not file... Where is a blank one? I need a blank one. The inside of the axle holder downer upper rubbers. Either. So I did that. Now it's faster. Yeah. So here's a recreation. Had to pull this off. And of course, you know, the reason I do this, I use a toothpick-like thingy over jigger to get it in that hole and nowhere else. This is very important. This is the E6000. Picture right here. By the way, that's a lifetime supply. They should sell it in little tubes like, you know, little ones. Anyways, put this away. So I'm pulling this up, and of course it's stuck. You on camera? Oh yeah, where's the lights? So it's stuck, and I had to snip two. This stuff's like rubber bands. And then I couldn't get the other side off, so I had to pull it up this way and do some snippety snip here. So we got that off. And I said, okay, let's see how everything's going on this Caterpillar thingy. And I was like, yeah, oh, hell yeah. Let's get these off. And I took these off, and I put this over here, and damn it, I almost did it again. And I'm looking at this thing, and say, hey, that's a good way to store those rubber bands. But now the Mercedes done took off on me, and now this has got dang it, bits and pieces, Jesus, jumping, bits and pieces of glue on here, which I can't get off. So they keep hitting that. So I'm just gonna run them down my laptop front, which is right. Come on, there, throw that away. Well, I'll put it in the cup, which is right underneath here. And yeah, I don't know who said it, but it looked like the Mercedes was off a little bit. And it was running off. Well, that's this way. It was, get this out of the way. Now it looks like it's running to the other side. It was running off to this side. If I could set it up straight. Yeah, it's running straight. It went right down that line, exactly where I left it. Now remember, this has got bumps on it. And the wheels look pretty good. They both come out left and right, left and... Now this is the second time I've done this. So yeah, it's running straight. Let's see if I can, yeah, right down the line. Alright, so that's how that went out. Now we're ready to put this together, but remember, in this little cavity are those brass washers. Get your fat fingers out of the way. Because I don't know what's going on. I drilled the holes too deep. I don't know. Let's go into something else. This is from Kirky G, this dragon egg thing. So I've been reading the dang on thing. Thanks, D20. I guess there's a lot of collectibles in there. I don't even know what I've got in this egg. But guess what I got over here? You're supposed to chip it out with this. And you're gonna make a big mess. No. My father always told me if you got a hard job to do, hire a lazy man. Yeah. He'll find an easier way to do it. Yeah, well, you know. He gave me a book. You know, a little teeny book. And it said horse sense on it, and all these little sayings were in there. It's in my drawer. Yeah, over there where I found these guys. Yeah, I found these guys. I didn't find the book, but this is from the war, Desert Storm. These are, you want to zoom in? We'll put them this way. These are money prints we dropped over the war field. During Desert Storm. What's it say? Oh, I can't read. But what it does say is describes breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks for all prisoners of the United States. We didn't have enough room for all those prisoners. We had to make emergency camps for them. They came in flying these. Hey, hands up. Hey, we give up. And that was day 3. Don't mess with the U.S. Death from above. Shit, they buried their tanks in the dang on sand. We found them anyways. It's called infrared heat signatures. Yeah. Let me show you this over here. Has to do with this and this. Be right back. Oh, zoom out. Crap, I hope you saw all that. You know, here's the back. I'm so bad at doing that, man. My memory is, you know. But anyways, what prisoners get for meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks and stuff. Let's go back to this guy now that I'm zoomed out. Be right back. I got this 13 years ago and it had a t-shirt inside that said the same thing. But right now in here is this piece of clay. So, like my dad said, work smarter, not harder. I ain't making a mess on here. No, sir. Let's put this away. So now back to the main story. I got one last thing to do with this WS-20 and some silicone spray, 945, not the other one. Where's the WS2? Oh, it's over there. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to spray this paintbrush, right? Where are we at? Yeah, see, I just cleaned it off, and all it does is smudge up. Don't worry about the guy in the background or the guy behind the curtain. We're going to spray it with this. Get the brush wet. Dip it in there real fast and get it just a dot or two, a dab. A little dab will do you. Is that Bro Cream? What the hell? So let's get that done. Yeah, I don't want to try to spray this in there. It comes out overloaded and actually slows your car down. All I want is some WS2 0.5 microns onto the plastic, and I use this to do it. Now, since it's polished, because like I said, it was not polished, I just want to make sure something sticks. I can't see in there anymore. They're all done, they're all set. I'm just going to have to hope for the best, like everybody, right? At every race, so, damn it. And when you get this stuff, look at that. You get this stuff on your finger, it's hard to get off. Now, maximum velocity graphite is a lot easier to get off. We'll be right back. Now, that's the best I can do. No one's sharing all their points, but I'm learning all the time. Hell, if you look down there, I even put some in the axle holder upper rubbers. I try to dab it in here a teeny bit, but it sticks. And put it on here real fast. Now it's all kind of evaporated. I'm gonna do it like I do sanding. Get it on the inside of the wheels and the inside of the axle holder upper rubbers and help it out. Alright, let me clean this up. The wildwood flower grew wild on the farm, and we never knew what it was called. Now comes, dang nabbit, I got some dust in there on the insides. Did I hit the record button? Yeah. Now comes the hardest part, and I already tested it, and it runs pretty dang on straight down that line. Now in here, I've got, this is the hard part. I've never done this with washers before. I can't even find my damn, it's here somewhere. Hang on. My screwdriver. Alright, I got my two screwdrivers, but I'm not going to show you my inability to get them in on the first try, because I know I'm not going to be able to do that with these here two hands. Now remember, the screw goes in this way from the bottom up, and the washer's on top. Both washers. You seeing that? Yeah. And then try to set that on gently, and that's backwards. And try to get the screws in there. That's a pain in the butt. But we'll be back and we'll show you. center the hole, and hope nothing moves. Sorry, saw a piece of decal hanging down there. It's going to touch the tires, slow it down. Let's see if I can do this. Now, how do I get the screws up there? Where's the screws? I'll figure it out. I've done it before. I'll do it again. I've done it before. I'll do it again. So I'm sorry it's going to be long, but this is important. If you can get them kind of centered on here, and you get it on without moving anything, because this is my actually number 7. With the other 2 practice ones, and get my little screwdriver in here. See, now the brass is still there, but we want to move it over, but we need to hold this down tight. And obviously I'm not tight enough because it keeps moving. And the back one here, and that should centerize it. If not, get your little tweezers out here. This is stuff I'm still learning, guys. Now, how am I supposed to use my effed up fingers and put this in there? So that's going to be a challenge. We're going to do it live. I'll hold that with my nose. Alright. There goes the screwdriver. We can't let go of this. I got another screwdriver. We got to use our arthritic fingers. Oh, it's in there. Hang on to it. Whoop, it's crooked. Okay, they're both medium tight. Don't touch that. Get away from that screwdriver. I'll get it. All right. Everything still spins pretty good. Yeah, I'm not happy about that guy. Let's tighten it up all the way and we'll do some testing. Oh, I got one more thing to show you. Remember that dragon egg? Yeah, we got that. Get back up there. We got that. All right, where's the box? These have to go in the box so we don't get no dandruff, duster. Oh, yeah, what were we talking about? This is what was in the egg. The itty bitty dragon. Now, that big ass egg and this little guy, you know, I put them in that glass. So yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put this little dragon. There's the pink dragon. What the hell is a pink dragon? I don't see anything like that, but might be that guy. Yep, I think it's this guy. Shimmering Shapeshifter, whatever. But thanks, Kirk. And everybody for watching. We'll see you later. Have a good... Just keep hitting the camera, Bill. I didn't mean that literally. Alright. let's check this out and see if I forgot anything about these guys, man. You know, 4 years over there. Before Desert Storm, there was, God damn it. After Desert Storm was Provide Comfort. We were more busy during Provide Comfort than we were during Desert Storm. I got medals from all three. Well, I got 3 medals just from Provide Comfort. Christ, that went on for effing years. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I might just cut all this off. See you guys later.